Welcome to Monroe, Louisiana, Malone Stadium, home to the ULM Warhawks, and fans have been getting ready for this one pretty much all week. Today, a clash between a couple of ACC rivals in a game that could have big-time implications for the rest of the season. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Louisville Cardinals, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the UL Monroe Warhawks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Cardinals will get us started with the opening kickoff. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So the UL Monroe Warhawks offense will have the first possession of the game. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
Didn't take long to need a clutch play on the opening drive. It's 3rd and 7. The back goes in motion. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. And the Warhawks come to the line with a new set of downs. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
How many ways can I make you think, right? First drive, out the gates, get into my playmaker, going full speed across the formation with a touch pass. You better be able to adjust to it. Then when you adjust to it, I'm going to have an adjustment to your adjustment because I'm always right. I'm an offensive guy.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. With jet sweep pass. How about this confidence in the running game, and he picks up 9, just short of the marker. It'll be 4th and 1.
Now it's a 4th down.
This offense gets into plus territory. They're going to go for it regardless of their field goal kicker's range. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off me, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and it just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
The score. Touchdown, UL Monroe.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
And they tacked on the extra point. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So Louisville's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know, when you're running counter, those offensive linemen crashing down, they've got to be able to pin those interior D linemen. They couldn't get it done there. They gave up too much penetration, and that led to the tackle for loss.
Trying to beat the D deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Cardinals will punt this one away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Makes a move. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. Guys, we'll see what this Warhawk offense can get done this time. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, move the ball down.
Running toward the tape. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Warhawks! And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching it.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Makes the grab outside. It's Johnson. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. And he intercepts it. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
And that's just excellent cover. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
UL Monroe has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Got a little space. Oh, look out. He's at the 10. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, UL Monroe. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Going to the running game. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception by this quarterback, and now you throw another one, in harm's way. You got to make sure you're throwing to the open guy. Make sure you're taking care of that football. We can't have any more turnovers.
Keeps the legs moving. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. The Cardinals come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Going with the ground game left. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on a defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
Wants to throw on first down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. A shot toward the end zone, and that one's way too far for everybody.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds, and just on to the next down.
Trying to make magic with his feet. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. And the Cardinals have taken it inside the 20.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. And this will be a 41-yarder coming up from the right side. Never a doubt.
The kick is good.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away.
Louisville, 3.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He gets a block. Oh, what vision. They finally get him corralled, and he almost ended this first quarter with a bang. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Louisiana Monroe has the edge. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. First down to start the drive after the break. Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6.
Let's go!
Makes it past the marker. Tackled after picking up the first down.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Hold it, up and.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. This offense has a 2nd down play. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
That's a really good job by the defense, reacting to what they see. They see the quarterback flip it forward on the touch pass. Now I got to go get it, right? Corral that football. He picked up some yards, yeah, but you didn't give up that big explosive play, and now you have to make them earn it now on the next down.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? Touch pass on the jet sweep. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Low man wins. Defense that time on 4th down was expecting run, and you saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea. Because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
Can't get him to the ground. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on 3rd down. The Cardinals will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. And they'll just down it right there.
This punter is such a weapon. And because he's able to get that ball down deep in his opponent's territory, that really helps out the defense. You're now forcing the opponent to drive the field to score points.
They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. Little bit of running room as he picks up 4 and gets it out to the 5. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down and 2nd and 6. He'll try it again, fighting off the defender. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Got the 1st down and still on his feet. Can anyone catch him? Past the 20. Touchdown, Warhawks! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hicks. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny, you spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaching staffs, David, understand that, and they've been preaching to their team, we've got to start fast. Not just in this game. We've got to start the season fast. We've got to take advantage of this opportunity.
And I think Grizz hit it right in the head, too. The Wheel of Destiny, right? It seems like it's a new team every year that's playing in the championship and appears to be a wide-open league. So a lot of turmoil, a lot of change. I think that starting 1-0 is an important championship game.
And he unleashed the RPMs on that pass. Man, this sophomore has an arm. Looking to go up top on 1st down. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
Takes a hit as he fires. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. They want to just keep throwing it. Looking to the big tight end. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. On second down, looking again to throw. Snagged in the middle, it's Bell. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Great job by the offense, being patient, understanding when they're in zone coverage, I got to hit those tight windows, make those precise passes to get those big plays.
He's got it and still on his feet. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Getting some heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Buys a little time. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Cardinals!
A nice job by this offense, put the scoring drive together. And now, listen, it's not even halftime yet. So keep fighting, going to halftime, regroup. We found a little something on this drive. See if we can cut into this lead and continue to make this game closer and closer.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Guys, we'll see what this Warhawk offense can get done this time. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Each brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Most offensive schemes are predicated on first down productivity. That will not go down as a productive first down play.
No, it will not, Reese. Give this defensive line credit because they were able to get penetration right off the snap and force a negative play.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Touch pass on the run. Oh, he's got a chance. Afterburners coming. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along.
Anyways, my guys who can fly, who are playmakers, and let them make big plays. This is another one you've seen. Catch the football, flip it ahead really quickly, get it to a burner, going full speed across the formation. He gets the edge, makes the big play.
Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellas, you've had yourselves one great broadcast so far today there in Monroe. And you know, in a day where the spread option and air raid are the offenses of choice, how nice is it to see the 3 yards and a cloud of dust approach? Although we've also seen some runs go for a lot longer. Physical offensive lines coupled with great backs is like a throwback to the olden days, and that's refreshing. And just like that, let's head back to our team inside Malone Stadium.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Quick release by the QB.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
On second down, looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Pulls it in. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. He'll do it himself. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Anytime you play this offense, the challenge is stopping this quarterback from running the ball. You've already seen in this game, he's been able to break off a few runs and do some nice things. That time, though, the defense had his number and tackled him for a loss.
This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. He's got it on the move. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. And the Cardinals have it with a 1st and goal. Pushes toward the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Louisville! Well, 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 somebody's been doing their box jumps.
You ain't lying. Getting up in the air. Hey, listen, I'm taking a picture of that, saving it. That might be my screensaver on my phone. That vertical way up in the air.
Lining up for the PAT. And they make the extra point to draw closer. It's 28-17. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. UConn had an impressive showing at home today. And I know the fans in stores are ready for hoops, but pay attention to what's happening on the gridiron too, people. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings, and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And the defense is going to have more plays like this. He has had a ball game so far, running wild all day long. Defense finally comes up with a stop. Maybe get a little momentum here.
Over 100 yards already in this game, so if I'm on defense here, I'm adding more guys to the box and continue to give this guy touches today.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Now on second down. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on to David. Finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
I know you want to keep the ball away from the other offense, but going for it inside your own 40? They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hind end.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give out of the gun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, there's just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front. As a result, they lose yardage.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass. It just never developed. They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep them away from that first down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those third down situations underneath the sticks, and you come up and rally, and everybody flies to the football. That's great execution by this defense.
And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. Smashes it between the uprights.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It's on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
Set to advance on the football.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. UL Monroe has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. I know they put up really good numbers on offense, but, David, they're starting to feel a little game pressure right now.
Exactly. That scoreboard's starting to get a little bit tired cutting into that lead. Now, you know every possession matters, Palmer. A little pressure for this offense.
Yeah, and so you can't get tight, right? The best players on this offense now need to step up, and they need to start making plays. You got to identify where those one-on-ones are.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
Open runway ahead. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, UL Monroe. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. These running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
And with the extra point, they move on top by 15. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. You kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll try to get the first through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Johnson. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. The Cardinals come to the line with a new set of downs. Zings it complete to the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And now on 2nd down for this offense. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. Pressure coming. He'll throw it. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down. And the Cardinals decide to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll call for the fair catch here. Guys, we'll see what this Warhawk offense can get done this time. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Time has expired here in the quarter, and Louisiana Monroe has the edge. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Now on the counter. He'll bounce his way ahead for a pickup of 4 out to the 14. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Quick pass on the jet motion. Dances away from the D. Picks up just a few before he's brought down. Not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. The Warhawks send out the punt unit. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. They barely get the punt out of their own territory. It'll be marked down just outside the 45. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Throws to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On 2nd down, he'll fire. Grabbed in the middle. It's Bell.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You've got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
Got his man to the left. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Cardinals!
quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
UL Monroe has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
They'll immediately call timeout. Now second down as they try to run this clock. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Quick touch pass to the receiver. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you. You're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
And the Warhawks are marching down the field. Quick pass on the fly motion. Pass the 30. Hit the afterburners, kid. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
This defense really needs to be careful. They have to play with great eye discipline, understanding where the football is at all times. Moving forward, they have got to know if this guy has the ball, because he is dangerous in space.
And this defense has to step forward. Not only do they have to get a stop, they've got to do it quickly to keep that time from running down. Try to barge their way in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Warhawks! With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
With that last touchdown, looks like they're going to start this season 4-0, and you've got to be impressed with what you've seen so far from this team. We knew coming in on paper this team had a chance this season, but until the lights go on, until you actually go out and do it for real, you can't believe just how good they are. They've shown now, starting 4-0 on the year, this is a team that's going to contend for a national championship.
He'll bring it out. It's Hicks. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He'll start this drive firing. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And that pass picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Guys, we'll see what this Warhawk offense can get done this time. Firmly in control of this game, we'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and to keep trying to score points because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown, UL Monroe! And the beatdown has ensued. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. What can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation, and they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. The deficit is large, hope is fainting, but they'll try to finish strong.
They made a lot of mistakes in this game, and that's why it looks like they're going to take the L. Lots of things to improve on, lots of things to coach upon, and at this point, I think if you're a head coach, David, you're just trying to see which of your guys aren't quitting late in the game.
Yeah, which is a real thing, by the way. Who's going to compete to the final whistle? What do we talk about all the time? Coaches are always preaching to these guys. Don't worry about the scoreboard. Just compete as hard as you can. So, good opportunity to try to finish this game with something positive.
Going up top on 1st down. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
29 Philly.
Back to the air one more time. He'll try to do it himself. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Coming after him. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You can tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. The completion well past the sticks. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. UL Monroe has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop it.
Welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina, Carter Finley Stadium, home to the North Carolina State Wolfpack, and the fans here on this leg of Tobacco Road have been getting ready since early this morning. Today, a couple of teams getting set to square off in an ACC battle. As we'll see, the winners of 4 straight, the UL Monroe Warhawks, taking on the 17th ranked team in the land, the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. NC State will kick off, and that'll get things underway. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So UL Monroe's offense takes the field to start this game off. And here's the band they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-game land. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Just a short pass to the tight end. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest. First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. Little touch pass to the receiver. Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Warhawks! They grab the early lead. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Looking for blockers. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So NC State's offense will have its first possession of the game. And the spotlight in this game will undoubtedly be on these star wide receivers, David.
I mean, they're featured, Reese. Like, these guys are going to touch the football a lot. These offenses are built to get them the football, to make plays. We're in for a few catches today, Palmer.
We sure are. When you can get open like these guys can, when you have the speed to take the top off of the defense, you know you're going to see a lot of explosive plays today.
Tackle was made after the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, running back gets the give. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
To the air, it's Bailey. Got his man. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37. NC State going up-tempo.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a...
Oh, picked off. Bringing it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Nice play by the DB. Most people say offenses have the advantage, right? They know where they're going. They have the footing underneath them. Defensive guys, you still got to guess. You might be a little bit more cautious. No, sir, this defensive back does a great job breaking on the football, going up and making the INT.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The Warhawks will bring the punt team onto the field. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Give to the running back. Runs through the tackle. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Back to pass, it's Bailey. They're trying to get to it. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
And this offense coming out slow, man. It's kind of frustrating because you had that bye week last week. What do? You go back and self-scout, look at yourself. What can I do better? And then you come out in the first quarter, and you're not playing great out the gates. They got to find themselves in a little rhythm, knock off some of that bye week rust.
The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. Guys, we'll see what this Warhawk offense can get done this time. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Crosses the 45. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially in the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. 9-yard pickup on 1st down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. He's looking to throw. Using the quick game. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a 1st down just outside the red zone. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Louisiana Monroe has the edge. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. He'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He wants to throw. Unleashes one deep. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better.
Oh, it goes right through his hands. They had everything set up on the screen except the catch. It'll be third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. With jet sweep pass. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And they decide to trot out the kicker. Not a particularly long kick from 36 yards out, but he'll have to guide it in from the left hash. Not a chance. Missed it. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He lofts one down the sideline. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Looking for a man, it's Bailey. They're bringing heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. Fresh set of downs after the completion. They'll run it to the right side. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. Starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Quickly out to the tight end.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find your rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the game.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. 6th play of the drive coming up. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Pass to sticks and still on his feet. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
I'll tell you what, when those little guys make those physical plays like that, it kind of jacks everybody up in the huddle because it's usually the guy breaking ankles, but he's like breaking tackles. Now he's giving you some serious energy.
Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. And on 2nd down for this offense. Little too soft in that run defense. He picks up 4 to the 32. If they don't pick up this 3rd down, let's see if they trust their field goal kicker after the miss on the last drive. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. There to make the stop, but he is a weapon out of the backfield in the short passing game, and they've got a first down.
And you think about when you hit those guys on the move, man, he's already flying so fast, and I got to adjust my angle as a DB and make sure I keep outside contained, and it's just it's a really easy play to run to get positive yards, especially in a situation like that where you're looking for the first down. You run that play, you get it. Nice, easy breezy.
Hey, listen, quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next one.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
And the Warhawks will have it 1st and 10. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown, UL Monroe! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. And the extra point makes it 14-0. A 70-yard touchdown drive, and the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass.
14, NC State, 0.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that well. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. Looking to throw for it. Caught near the sticks. It's Concepcion. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Trying to find his man on 1st down. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. No return coming here. Fair catch is signaled for and made just shy of the... UL Monroe has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a 1st down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a 1st down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode and try to score a touchdown or get a field.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
The big pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Touch pass on the run. He stopped almost immediately. He didn't get much, but he didn't need much. They've got the first down.
I just love the play call. You're getting a fast player out in the open field, and it's enough to get you a first down.
John. get off one more snap.
Here we go.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, time for everyone to take a deep breath and digest what we just saw in Raleigh. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on third down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those two stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top.
The Warhawks will kick it off to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring move.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
On the option. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Really, really nice football play. Man, I got to understand option football. I got to play my responsibility, make sure that I know what I'm doing. Look at the linebacker. Great job doing that. Staying patient, getting to the quarterback, making the big tackle.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front.
He lobs one high down the left side. Catch and stride inside the 15. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack! Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Notre Dame is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Rockney and Leahy, this has not been a blowout in South Bend today. They're up by 4 over Boise State. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Quick pass on the jet motion. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Touchdown, Warhawks! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great. So I know offensively, I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. They're going to try to throw for it on third down.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel in the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play, just outside the 20. Guys, we'll see what this Warhawk offense can get done this time. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Paul.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Kept it on the ground last time. Let's see if they go back to it on 2nd down. Shakes off the defender. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. And the Warhawks are moving quickly down the field. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. Kept it on the ground on 1st down. Now back to the line. Wants to fire on 2nd down. He wants to go deep. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end could.
Nothing but green ahead. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds. The Warhawks will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Quick pass on the fly motion. Touchdown, UL Monroe! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No mid-season concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
28, NC State, 7.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably scored pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Bailey. Gets it out fast. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Great recognition by the defense on that pass play. They knew exactly who the quarterback was going to, and they got there quick.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Got some room to run. The 40. He's at the 20. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Warhawks! The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, man. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
He's going to take off. On the move at the 30.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. He'll keep it himself. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and that'll be the final play of the third quarter. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. To the air, it's Bailey. Fires to the wideout. Missed his receiver there, it's incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off, accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. After the misfire, now on second down. He's looking to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Grimes. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Wolfpack will have first and 10. They're going to throw it again. Fires deep toward the end zone. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. After missing the connection last time, it's second and 10 from the 22. He's looking to throw. Caught behind the line. It's Grimes. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. They've methodically worked it down the field. This the 11th play of the drive, but the defense can get off the field now. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Pocket starts to collapse. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
Well, that play never had a chance on fourth down. They're trying to catch the defense off guard, throwing for it, but no protection. Quarterback didn't have an opportunity to step up and get rid of that football. Give the defense credit, man. Tremendous aggression there on foot.
Didn't get much on first down. It's second and 9. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Across the 45. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on first and 10. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. Here comes the offense on first down. Push down for the tackle. Line getting set on second down. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. They're facing a third down.
Here we go.
Right down the gut of the field. Past the 10. Touchdown, UL Monroe. And the pummeling has started. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Oregon has the lead currently at Autzen Stadium, but that typically dynamic offense just hasn't been able to pull away. They're up by 4 over Wisconsin. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Grabbed over the middle. It's Grimes. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. They'll throw it on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Got it in the middle. It's Collins. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets them 30-plus. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here.
Here we go. Roll it.
He'll come out throwing on first down. And this sophomore quarterback just put it out there a little too far. Here comes the offense on second down. He'll just keep slinging it. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. Scanning the field, it's Bailey. It's complete to the right. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. A new set of downs after the completion. To the air on first down. Looking left. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. NC State at the line with a 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a man. He wants it all. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing. This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't, and keep running them, keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. UL Monroe has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
He has the first and still on his feet. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
Offense has a huge lead right now in the fourth quarter, and they're just going to run this football to try to ice the game, being more dominant, being more physical at the point of attack.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting in the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous push at the point of attack. It seems like every single time they decide to run the ball.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. I know a lot of people thought this was going to be a blowout, but this team said, just when you think you have all the answers, I change the questions.
It's so true, Reese. I mean, they had a lot of dudes that we were talking to leading up to this game just had a chip on their shoulder. They just didn't feel like they were being respected, and they wanted to come out and they wanted...